Here we go again. Just found a study that says that men's beards now contain more germs than dogs' fur. Hey guys, Uncle John here, UncleJohnSoap.com. Here we go again. So, this has been around the block over and over, beating a dead horse here. Okay, first of all, humans, of course, are going to have more germs in general than most animals. Just we are the dirtiest animals on the planet. Absolutely. And I don't care how much you bathe, floss, deodorize, delouse, whatever, you're still going to have more germs than most animals, especially domestics. The most recent study appeared in European Radiology, which is a peer-reviewed periodical, and the study compared the bacteria taken from 18 hairy men. That's all it says. Now, later on in the article, it describes beards. So I guess they're talking about beards because, I could shave my beard off and I'm still hairy. 18 hairy men compared to 30 dogs of different varying breeds. So I'll give them credit that they took, 30 different dogs of varying breeds and age ranges and stuff. The same with guys, just 18 guys with beards, random ages going all the way up to like 76 years old, I think, but all had some facial hair. I guess they all had beards or goatees of some sort because when they took the germ samples, when they tested right below the mouth and the beard. So these researchers in Switzerland did this study, and I got to say, it's too small of a sample size for one. It doesn't talk about different countries or anything like that. It's just 18 guys in Switzerland. Not even sure why they picked on beards. The main purpose of this study was that in some places, their MRI machines are being used for both canine patients and human patients. And some of the human patients were a little weirded out and like, ooh, I don't want to get in there after there's been a dog in there. Not sure why that would matter. I mean, they clean the equipment anyway. I've seen them clean it after, going from human to human. You cough in there, you sneeze in there, whatever, breathing, I've seen them clean it. Now that's here in the States. Maybe it's not every facility, but the ones that I've been in, they were always wiping them down as soon as I came out. So the main part of the study was to find out if the machines were any dirtier after a dog was put it through it, the MRI machine, as opposed to, one human getting in right after another. And their study concluded that the dogs were, in fact, less apt to leave germs behind in the machine than humans. That may be. But again, they focused on the beard. The bearded guy is more apt to leave germs behind than the dog. Well, and they even admitted in this article that the researchers said that, it could be a problem. There's such a small scale on the study, and that, they could test a sample from women's hair across, different age ranges and things like that, and possibly find just as many germs. So all of the men showed high volumes of germs, microbes, and some, I want to say, only 18 of the 30 dogs showed really high levels of microbes, and anything even remotely dangerous to their own health. Same thing with guys. The guys actually showed all of them having higher levels of germs in general, but what was the percentage? It just said a significant number of the men tested showed high levels of what they call bugs, which is microbes, it's germs. It's all the same stuff, guys. When they say bugs, they're not talking about little creepy crawlies like real bugs, like fleas and things like that. But they talked about things that could be disruptive to upper respiratory and things like that. So, got to keep your head straight and keep a skeptical mind and take everything with a grain of salt these days. Here's the bottom line, guys. I'm not going to read this whole study to you. I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook by now or tripped on it in another article somewhere, or if you're into peer-reviewed magazines from Switzerland, then You've read it there. The bottom line is, you know, this study comes around every few years, you know, whether it's more fecal bacteria than toilets, proven false. More germs than dogs, maybe. But that doesn't mean they're any worse. It also doesn't mean we're any more prone to carry bacteria around than our shaven brethren. It doesn't mean that we're any more prone to carry germs around than women. It doesn't mean that it can't be on the hair on your head or on just clean skin, you know, clean shaven skin. You know, maybe hair, just like cloth, would be more apt to hang on to stuff like that. I'm not so sure about that though. But in general, listen, beard does not equal unclean. Untrimmed beard does not mean unclean. Get over it. If it was that bad, most of us that have ever grown a beard would be dead. All right, guys. Just keep an open mind when you're reading these articles and stuff. Take everything with a grain of salt. Some of these so-called specialists are picking and choosing their battles. I don't think these guys meant to intentionally attack beards. Maybe they did. I don't have any way of knowing either way. But I think there are people that pick these articles up and run with them in the hopes of, you know, bashing people with beards. I mean, I had a lady attack me on a friend's post the other day about beards. You know, we were joshing back and forth with each other, soap maker to soap maker. And this lady came out of left field out of nowhere and started bashing me because, you know, it's just nasty having a beard. Really? Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you what, I'd rather have a nasty beard than a nasty personality. All right, folks, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and remember, don't be a jerk.